Hello, my friends at Prince of Peace. Tyler here with your weekend update for August 20th, the 20th Sunday in Ordinary Time. You'll see on the cover we've got Holy Cross and the beautiful hot air balloon because it's Balloon Festival weekend here in Lewiston, Auburn. And we want to remind you that Saturday morning, the Basilica 106 Knights of Columbus are hosting a sunrise coffee and donuts on the Basilica front porch. They've got 12 dozen Italian bakery donuts. They've got some hot coffee. So avoid the crowds, avoid paying for parking. Come right to the Basilica at 5:45 this Saturday to watch the balloons take off over the city. Following that, Saturday and Sunday afternoon, the lay orders in our community are offering Basilica tours. So they're going to have a shuttle going from the Balloon Festival right up to the Basilica. They're going to be offering tours and a little hospitality. And then sticking with that Knights of Columbus business, next weekend, Knights of Columbus, Our Lady of the Rosary, 13181 are hosting their annual half chicken barbecue. Chicken, corn on the cob, coleslaw, dessert, $10 adults, $5 for kids. It's going to be August 27th, noon at Our Lady of the Rosary. We want to come on out and support them in their efforts. And then last call for the Knights of Columbus here at Holy Family Church, Council 119. They're having that surf and turf, lobster and steak raffle. Going to be 12 lobsters, 12 ribeyes, steamers, corn on the cob, all delivered to your door just in time for that long Labor Day weekend. Be sure to pick up your raffle tickets at the parish office or at Holy Family. See one of the nights after Mass. You're also going to notice it's the 1-year anniversary of the Evangelization and Catechesis Office here at Prince of Peace, or the ECO. So catechesis, it's a Greek word meaning to echo. So see what we did there, ECO, echo. So, and what a great year it's been. Men's groups, women's groups, children's formation, Bible studies, book clubs with Father Dan, all that and more, all these great ways to deepen your love of Christ. And if you ever considered being a catechist, it's very simple. All you got to do is be able to tell other people that Jesus Christ loved them so much, he died for them and wants them to be free from their sin. So if you can do that, if you can proclaim that gospel message that Jesus Christ is their Lord and Savior, you're 99% of the way there to being a catechist. We've got all kinds of training materials for just how to proclaim that message. If you've got a child enrolled in faith formation, if you're a grandparent and would like your grandchild enrolled in faith formation, reach on out. We've got life sharing groups for grades 3 through 8 using that Word of Life from the Augustine Institute. They're going to break open the Word. They're going to break open the Catechism. They're going to talk about what it means to them, as well as dive into the life of a saint and how to live a life of heroic virtue in that small group setting. And then sacramental prep, if you've got a child in grade 1 or grade 2, or maybe an older child past the age of 7 who's not yet been baptized, sacramental prep is going to be what you want to register them for. That all starts this coming September, Catechetical Sunday on September 17th. So we're going to launch all our programming. We're going to have a great pizza party. We're going to start living that life with Christ, and that all starts with the child. So grandparents, maybe your kids aren't going to Mass. Bring your grandchild. Children have a natural tendency toward getting their parents involved in whatever it is they want to do. So if we can get the kids excited about Jesus Christ, maybe, just maybe, the Holy Spirit is going to work his way in and touch the lives of the parents too. So sign up for Sacramental Prep, princeofpeace.me. You'll see it right on the homepage, Sacramental Prep, Faith Formation. We want to make sure you go ahead and get your kids or grandkids signed up. Let's see. Spots still open for the pilgrimage with Father Dan coming up in October. They're going to St. Joseph's Oratory, St. Anne de Beaupré, Madeleine de Cap. It's going to be a bus tour, long pilgrimage there, or not a long one, but half a week pilgrimage with Father Dan right to all these beautiful sacred sites in Quebec. Spots still open. Make sure you see Doobie Travel. October 7th, we got the Reparation Rally. We got the Rosary Rally with Father Raja right in Lisbon Falls. We're going to gather at 9:30 right at the old Warumbo Mill site. It's a big dirt parking lot now right there in Lisbon Falls on Canal Street. We're going to gather at 9:30. At 10 o'clock, we're going to start our rally. We're going to go right up Main Street, past the old churches in Lisbon, take a left on School Street, right back down 196. The whole route is less than 1 mile. It's very wheelchair friendly. Come on out and pray the rosary with us, as it's a reparation rosary. It's going to be for sinners around the world. More information can be found in the bulletin, as well as if you go on our website, we're going to ask that you order an official Prince of Peace Rosary Rally t-shirt. We're in the process of getting those ordered. They're going to be in just in time for the rally. It's this beautiful Mary in blue. Let's all look cohesive. We'll all be the same. We've got the rosary on the back, the Hail Mary prayer to our Blessed Mother, Prince of Peace Parish Rosary Rally, and it's going to help us. The shirts are $15. It's going to help us cover the cost of hiring the police for the day, as well as some other expenses that come up along the way. So we figured it's a great fundraiser. You get a shirt. We get the protection of the police as we walk. We get the blue lights flashing. It's going to be a fantastic day. Consider coming out October 7th. It also happens to be the feast day of Our Lady of the Rosary. So what a great day to have a rally. We're going to pray the joyful mysteries. So what a fantastic event. More information we found on the website. Please consider ordering your official Prince of Peace Rosary Rally t-shirt and help us fundraise the cost of some of the expenses. If you've got any kind of leadership role here at the church, if you're a catechist, Eucharistic minister, going to the homebound, sacristan, involved in music, you know who you are, protecting God's children. Make sure you stay up to date on all those Virtues training bulletins. They come once a month to your email. You sign in, you read the bulletin, you answer the question. Make sure you stay up to date. The diocese is preparing for an audit, so obviously everything, we want to make sure everything's above board. We want to make sure all our people are up to date on all these training bulletins. If you start falling too far behind, you're going to get a call from Sam in the front office. She's going to give you that gentle reminder to please get online. She can help you get online. Maybe your email address has changed or your phone number is not the same. In that vein, Prince of Peace Parish Census 2023, if you haven't filled it out yet, they're in the churches. It's online. As we've got our missionaries of peace going out into the community and reaching out to those who haven't been attending Mass lately, trying to find the homebound, we're finding that we have a lot of out-of-date email addresses and phone numbers. So please, if you're coming to Mass, if you're active in the parish, make sure you fill out that 2023 census right on the home page. You can get a paper copy at the churches or at the parish office. Men's group, they're finishing up a series on Catholic fatherhood. It's a short video series from Catholic speaker and author Devin Schatt. And by the grace of God, he's actually able to come to Maine live in person, Holy Trinity Hall, October 28th, to give a one-day men's retreat from 6:30 to 3. We're going to kick off with a rosary, mass, confessions, end the day with adoration. And Devin's going to give us a few talks on getting your house in order, knowing your identity and mission. So consider registering for that. The Knights of Columbus here at Prince of Peace are going to put on a lunch for the guys that attend the retreat. This is open to all men across the state and New England who want to come and listen to the talk and have a retreat. Again, Holy Trinity Hall, October 28th. Please register online so we know just how much food to prepare. Again, there's no cost to this retreat, but we do want to know the appropriate amount of food to prepare. So Father Michael's got a healing service coming up Friday, August 25th at 6 p.m., Holy Family Hall. Come out for that. And then as we wrap up here, I just want to share a little bit about the wildfires that happened in Hawaii. The Diocese of Portland and Catholic Charities have teamed up to offer Maui disaster relief. That's, this one historic town, I don't want to butcher the names too bad, but this one historic town in Maui was utterly destroyed, 2,200 buildings gone. And they have a Catholic church there that was built in 1846. And by the grace of God, the church is miraculously still standing, unharmed. The parish school was burned, as well as 5 lay employees lost their homes. But the Catholic church that's been in that community for, almost 150 plus years is still standing as that beacon of hope and that place of sanctuary for the residents in that town. So we want to pray for them. If you're able to offer them some assistance, that information can be found in the back of our bulletin, that Maui disaster relief coming from the Diocese of Portland and Catholic Relief Services. So all that and more can be found in this week's bulletin. We got Sunrise Coffee Donuts at the Basilica, Balloon Festival Weekend, Basilica Tours, healing services, sacramental prep, faith formation, men's retreats, women's action retreats. We truly are the parish that never sleeps. And if you have something you'd like to share, we'd love to have you here in our studio. Come on into Holy Family. We'll get you right here, and you can share just what
authorities estimating it could cost over $5 billion to rebuild the popular destination of Lahaina alone. But this morning, a sign of hope for those who are praying for Maui's recovery. Maria Lanakila Catholic Church, it opened more than 175 years ago. Look at that beautiful structure, is still standing tall, untouched by the flames. Reverend Monsignor Terrence Watanabe is here live with me. Good morning to you, Reverend. Thank you for being here. This church, standing since 1846, that's just amazing. Spared,
Yes.
while all the other buildings around it seem to be destroyed. Was somebody praying that the church would be untouched, or was everyone shocked when they went to the property after that fire rolled through?
I think they were shocked. I mean, we really see this as an incredible miracle, so to speak. Spiritually, we always, look for the presence of God in our world, whether it's a rainbow or whether, it's other people's love for us or whatever. It's nice to know that God is with us and that his love and his presence is there.
Yeah.
It is amazing because right behind the church is the convent and the preschool and two school buildings, plus the parish hall, and all of that burned. But
Wow.
the church and the rectory next door to the church did not burn. And Father Koikose, who's the pastor there, went into the church 2 days after, and the inside of the church, nothing is touched. There's no damage. And the even greater thing was the fact that there were flowers at the foot of the altar, and those flowers were not withered from the heat.
I mean, you just keep on giving more evidence of mercy over that
Yeah,
chapel.
exactly.
It reminds me of the 17th century St. Paul's Chapel in New York City, which George Washington, historically, he prayed inside after being sworn in as
Right.
president. Somehow it was not damaged, even though it's next door to the World Trade Towers on 9/11. It became a place of consolation for emergency responders. Is the same thing happening at your church? Are people coming in spite of maybe losing everything, in spite of the fact that perhaps they can't go home, but they can come to pray?
Yeah. My church is actually St. Anthony's in Wailuku, which is on the other side of the island. We're in central Maui. But at Maria Lanakila, the government, nobody can go into the town yet.
Oh, okay.
So Maria Lanakila has another church, which is out in Kapalua. So this past Sunday, yes, the other day, Bishop and I and a few other priests, we were able to get in with the permission of the Maui Police Department to go and celebrate Mass with the parishioners at 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday.
Well, that's
So
lovely.
that was a wonderful experience. Yeah. And it was just tragic and heart wrenching to hear their stories
Right.
and all that they've been through, and how some of them even were trapped in their car because the traffic backed up, and they actually got out of their car and ran through the flames in order to get out. And
I,
they,
I,
they were saying,
I can't imagine just feeling of just utter despair. Really quickly, Reverend, can you just
yes.
pray a little prayer for those who are struggling? I think that many people would want to hear what you, being there in Maui, would say about what they need and what their hope should be in.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. One of the things I think that's important for people to understand is, because sometimes when these kinds of tragedies happen, we, just kind of wonder, how could God, the good God, let all this kind of tragedy take place? And I think, what's important is, you can be angry with God. He's a big boy and he can handle it, so no problem. But I think, the worst thing would be, to give God the silent treatment and not talk to him. And, this past Sunday's gospel, when we read it at the church, was incredible because basically it was Jesus calling on Peter to walk on water. And, Peter stepped out of the boat and trusted in the Lord and started to walk on water. But then when the winds came, he started to sink. Jesus was there to pull him back out of the water. So, two things. One is that's what we're being challenged to do, I think, is the fact that, the Lord's calling us to walk on water and do the impossible, but at the same time to trust in him. And yes, there are going to be times of doubt and fear because this is long range for us, the work that is ahead of us. And, there are going to be times when we doubt and but hopefully we continue to turn to the Lord and continue to call out to him. And Peter called out and said, Lord, save me. And hopefully we keep doing that as
Right.
well, to save
Absolutely.
these people and save us. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
certainly hope that people who are displaced, people who don't know where their loved ones are, that they get reconnected very soon. Reverend Monsignor Terence Watanabe, thank you very much
thank
for
you
being with us
so much.
early this
Appreciate
morning.
it.